welcome to Summoner's Rift. I really do want to keep an eye on how this Wukong versus Gangplank matchup plays out, because you and I were anticipating that Wukong going elsewhere. The next thing I do want to just ask you about is, what do you make of Alistair in support now, coming into the Kalista Taric? I see some of the benefits. I also like some of the potential frontline options that it can provide later. At least there is there. I do think some of the power that you could throw the Taric in for it if you wanted to play aggressive.
That's true. That is true.
With Cannon Barrage, but very risky. Special goes very low. Febiven flashes under the tower. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will not be under the tower. Paddle Star won't be enough to get the kill, but they end up trading flash for flash.
Yeah, I think that was quite aggressive from Kadri. He should have just been happy with the initial flash. Is Razork going to go for this?
Well, let's take a look. He manages to get the pullback and a punch to the face. Razork, first blood.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is why I was saying Kadri. I think that his flash was very aggressive, because there was the risk of the sleep actually trapping him underneath the tower, and now he's being punished for it. So, bit of a blunder there from Kadri, in my opinion.
Now, what I really like to see from Razork is that's a mid-lane gank where he didn't int it away. That is something that we've seen a number of problems, but he punishes, and this was set up because of the sleep from Febiven.
So, yeah, as you can see, a lot of damage gets taken here. Special does mitigate some of that with the ball shield, but then Razork's like, hey, I get that bonus movement speed with my Q. Ooh.
Oh, man, I love that we got a replay and a live action while it's happening.
Look at those thighs from Razork, just running in. No one can escape that. Procs the face rush to run out as well.
Does not skip leg day.
No, he does not.
There is a wave in front of Cry, so he'll be able to even it up, but won't get timed. There's the headbutt, pulverize. Exhaust comes up. That's the stun you talked about, Vedius. Flash over the trouble bubble. So Turi gets away with his life, and look at the spears tagging up Cobby.
For Patrick and Tori to be able to find advantages in a 2v2 lane, which is very strong. Razork now has his eyes set on the bot lane.
There goes Danik. That is what we expected from him, but the damage back. Patrick gets the kill. Now Tori's trying to do another one, gets the shield back up, but look at the cannon barrage. It's doing so much work. Misfits have donated the kills. Cobby gets rendered. Patrick with the triple kill. Misfits.
And the play ends in disaster for Misfits. Great use of the Gangplank ultimate from Cries. Great patience from Patrick. Febiven.
Oh, the stun! Not going to land just yet, but now Febiven's going to donate to his force to flash as well.
No.
Oh, my word!
Now, that wasn't his flash.
Spell Thief flash.
Yes, that was the Spell Thief flash, so he's pretty fortunate there. But let's have a look back at this. I think that the idea from Razork is pretty solid, but there's a bit of a disconnect between Danik and Razork here. Good use of the Hex Flash and the Blast Cone for Razork to really get in behind Patrick and Torre. The wave is pretty extended, and then this is where the engage comes in. But then the stun doesn't come through, and look, by the time Razork's actually here, Danik is already dead.
Maybe Danik not aware or not sure there was no flash available. Had there been flash to cover that screen, maybe, but just a touch too early.
Yeah, and I think that because of that, it meant that the Gangplank, not only are these two teams dead even in the standings, but Misfits currently have a 1-0 lead over XL this split. Not only do XL really need this win, but both teams need this win if they want to stand a chance of making playoffs.
Yeah, you either fall down to the Origin power level bracket, or potentially go above 9,000 and join SKG2 and Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a possibility here, Trevor.
It's a very difficult scenario to be in, but let's take stock 12 in the middle lane. Razork will clear the wave out. This will get a couple of plates, and here comes Cobby 2.
Looks like the rest of Misfits trying to collapse to prevent this from going down. Tori does have the ultimate. And that Cries has his ulti as well, but Misfits going to hold the line for now. I'm a really big fan of when teams, Razork has to match, or he's, you know, at a numbers disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Which means that it's so much easier for Special and Casual to just move around the map and do what they want.
Well, let's see what Razork can do with Dan. Dan steps out of the way of the barrel, then gets the secondary proc on the Cyclone and flashes away from the pullback. Now, Razork has the showstopper, but decides not to use it. Will be content getting Cannon Barrage and Flash out of Cries. So, despite, let's say, our anticipation of this landing for
my apologies, observers. That was my bad.
I don't think you're aware of that either. Like, the production team have informed me that we've had to make some changes there, so I'm just making some broad assumptions.
But as we can see on the mini-map, a lot of blue wards are hovering around. I think you can zoom
that in, maybe.
Let's so there you go. Thank you very much, observers, for highlighting this for us. You can see that, nice. Now we have so much vision control around this area of the map, and that make things like Death Dance coming out from Cries, depending on what itemization he goes for, things like Zhonya's from Special as well. So I definitely think there can be a lot of value from it. But I also think that in the current teamfight meta, getting shields is just really useful. So I think that if teams do
so
get the Man Soul, yeah, I mean, like, I get why people are a hater, because shields probably feel like the least impactful. I get it. But I think in the current meta, I think it's actually really helpful.
All right, well, in the current game, XL are very far ahead. 3,000 almost. That's the second Rift Herald.
This was the carry, you fool.
Well, I mean, yeah, Patrick 3-0, Blade of the Rune King already. Back away, will be at risk of being jumped on. But Misfits, they're just playing the, DW, we scale boys game. Febivin as well as Dandan, just trying to slow this one down. Take any friend, family, partner, fries without asking permission. And now Dandan, 20 seconds before the Dragon goes up, gets caught, flashed away. Toure jumps forward, and frankly speaking, that is just not going to work out. A long-range special Sleepy Trouble Bubble will not find anyone from XL. The tower falls as well, and now Denick is in a little bit of trouble. I mean, Dandan just caught out in that lane.
Yeah, and, well, we knew this was going to happen in the context of XL was going to be on the bot side of the map, and Dandan, he thought that he would be safe, he thought he could get out of that situation, but he could not.
Another tower goes down. This is the fourth tower.
We literally have a team that had like an 8% chance.
Right. Like, we actually genuinely believe Misfits could make it. Now, Cries will get taken down after a very long, hard-fought fight between Dandan and Fem. The second kill of the game. This is good for Misfits, but they are still so far behind. Just to finish that thought, I think I'm genuinely believing the Misfits Miracle Run could actually happen.
Well, let's see if they can complete an item. It looks like that Febivin securing that large rod, he's either going to go for... Oh, hang on, special here.
Pull back onto special.
Good flash from special.
Very good flash to make the showstopper help him out, and the Sleepy Trouble Bubble gets away from.
Shouldn't have been in that position in the first place, though. But
does get the flash secured on the Misfits side, and it will allow a tower to go down. If I can ask observers just to look at the gold difference, between the champions as we go in. The thing I wanted to take a look at is the 3,000 gold lead that Patrick has over his opposite number. 600, and then there's the top lane as well. There's another 200.
No.
Like, look, I think if there's enough outpouring, special will be get pulled back. Remember that flash from earlier? It's gone. And now let's hear what Veris' mum has to say about Special's positioning. There's not enough damage. The shockwave whiffs, so that was a little early. Dandan's teleport comes in. Special did not get the timing on the shockwave, and despite the mess up now, a Sleepy Trouble Bubble on Patrick is not going to be enough to slow him down. Misfits got themselves a kill. They're currently escaping with their life, but Patrick's coming. Here comes Patrick. There's a paddle star onto Toure. Cosmic Radiance was used as well. No ways Misfits pulled this one backwards. Sleepy Trouble Bubble goes through the walls, but doesn't find a target, and Cries threatening the top inhibitor. Misfits have to pay attention.
They're looking for this collapse. Here comes the Hex Slash over the wall.
Sleepy Trouble, that tags onto Toure. Toure on the Taric is in trouble. Another long range. The stun goes out and the shield buys some time. Denick gets a pulverize onto 2. Razuk pulls him back. Toure's shield and heal keeps him alive long enough for Patrick to get one in return. Now Dandan trying to find the crushing blows. And now Cries will get rooted up. I don't know how Misfits got away with that. It's a 2-for-1 trade, I think, at the end of it.
I can assure you my mum is very stressed right now. Things are not going the way that she wants them to, as XL did not get a very favorable fight. And we see Special getting caught out in exactly the same position. He's trying to get some information on the enemy jungle because he sees that his top is pushing in, and with the gangplank in mid, he feels safe, but Misfits look for the pick, and the shockwave comes out too early from Special. He doesn't have the utility to keep himself alive, and then Misfits, this is a really good pick from them, just catching XL out as they're trying to set up that vision to be able to go for this Baron play, and then they just kind of dance around XL. You end up with this extremely extended team fight as Misfits and XL are just kind of running around each other.
Unbelievable play. I think Febivin and Razork managed to find the right abilities at the right time. Toure, the heals and shields, you see how powerful they are. Had they not been so far ahead in gold, maybe would have gone down earlier. Now this is Dragon number 3, and the last time a Dragon was started, it was Dandan that got picked off that cost it. Now Toure is going to be in trouble, gets pulled back by the Fate's Call, thrown back into Denick, whose Unbreakable will just about time out. The Shockwave is still available and is held onto for now. The Cannon Barrage down and losing Denick. Misfits concede the third Dragon, still 6.5k gold down. The next one is for the Soul. There's something I just don't understand, and I think it's like because I'm disconnected, but Baron is now being started.
Razork doesn't have Flash. He has the Hex Flash, but I'm pretty sure that XL...
Smite and Rend, this is not a 50-50. That's a good sleep very good damage from Curse of the Black Mist, but look, with Rend, with the Shockwave, with the Smite, is this going to be the miracle play? And it is not. Exile easily secure that one. Just a combination, like that's 60-70% secure for Exile if they burst together.
Misfits really struggled to get close enough to the pit to threaten that one. They're likely going to trade it for a mid-tier 1, but...
To consider, right? And I guess best of 5 is going to be a completely different beast. But for the time being, XL, very happy position. There's the Chilling Smite again. Flash forward. Showstopper. Special once again in a questionable position, but look at how long he's surviving. Look at how long he's surviving. Look at how long he survives. And the rest of the team just pushes the base.
Yeah, that was worth it for Special. I think I can accept that death because it's going to open up the base for XL. They will secure the bot inhibitor. They can now rotate and group as 4. They have to be careful, of course, because Misfits still have the numbers advantage, but with Razork and Dandan's ultimates gone, XL can feel pretty comfortable.
That is ridiculous. And it doesn't even have the death cap completed, so those command protects are going. Also, I was purely watching Special's HP and not focusing too much on how many damaging champions were tagging him there, but nevertheless, super minions in the bottom lane. Inhibitor turret taken out in the middle. That is on a team that without them, the team would not be where they are. Right now, from the regular season, when you look at Patrick, you look how XL have found their wins, if that kid doesn't pop off, they don't win the game most of the time.
Always been a G2 player because of how dominant they've been. And I think that this has been the first split in a while where, like, G2 and Fnatic, it's going to be hard. It's harder to put them in the conversation for someone like it.
And let's see if one of these two young upstart teams can actually try to have an impact. Now, the Super's inside the base of Misfits, and XL is 40 seconds to Baron. They've got themselves the soul. You can see that shield starting to build up, so any poke from Febiv and Zoe just not going to care at all. Once the Cyclones come out, you feel like there's one last team fight. If Misfits do not make this work, you have to think XL will close this out. Super Minions again on the steps of the bottom lane. Ooh. That's the engage. Cosmic Radiance comes down, and that's the shield. Denik is going to get melted. Remember, as soon as Unbreakable Will goes out, press E, turn him into a carcass. Showstopper from Razork. The Shockwave pulls him backwards. The Railgun comes out, and Patrick is untouched, unkilled, and unfaltering. Gets himself another triple. 8-0-1. These both member, it's stolen away as Patrick will cries himself to sleep tonight as he misses out on the pentakill. The Nexus will fall. XL extend their hopes for a postseason for the first time in the organization's history as they take down Misfits.
Well, that playoff spot has been very dubious for